No one knows where the wind goes. No one knows where the wind stops. If you want to advertise with Weekend at Effy's, email Petar, weekendateffys@gmail.com. This week, we're going to get into the thick of it. We're getting in the thickest of it that we've ever been in, and we encourage you to jump in and support the Patreon, weekendateffys.com. Go share the podcast, share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it, get flyers, and then go around town and then staple it up, and then you can put the link on there with a QR code. Whatever it takes, we're getting into 1 million households, and this is the episode that's going to blow the cap off of this thing. It's Weekend at Effy's. How do we look?
Okay, I think.
You think this is the next portal?
I don't know.
Through the lens of this camera. I mean, it does feel like the old days when we had the other camera up. So this is, if you're only listening to the audio here, you're not getting the full story. That's the old, did you ever watch RuPaul's Drag Race Untucked?
No.
Where they would have the main show and then they would have the show in the back where they had, like all the girls were hammered because they would get absolute vodka cocktails. And then that's where all the like real drama would be. And so if you just watch the regular episodes, you're getting like a little bit of it. And then you were getting to the untucked episodes. And in the untucked episodes, everything was crazy. Would you say our new minisodes are going to be kind of like our untucked?
No, the opposite.
What do you mean?
Like literally the opposite.
You don't think we're going to get drunk and have cat fights?
No.
Oh.
No, it's going to be structured and
yeah, well, but
sober.
On top of what you've been used to hearing here, we're going to be adding something that I'm not sure what we're going to call yet, but it seems to be something that we should call 9 or 10 different names at the same time. Wouldn't you like that? Or do you want to pick something?
We're not ready to talk about that yet.
We're not talking about that yet? We can't even speak on it.
No, because we're not doing that today. It's not the day.
What do you mean we're not doing what today? Oh, that?
Yeah.
I mean, they already know what's going on. This is freeform. We're discussing everything. These are people who listen in all the time. They want to know what's up. They want to know what's happening. They want to know what the future.
Too much.
Why? Okay, that's fair. My whole life is teasing as much as I can.
Because we haven't really announced anything. We've just teased, which is probably annoying. Because we should just go ahead and announce things. Or
no, you know what's annoying? You want to talk about what's annoying? The people who are getting this ad-free listening experience, free to their ears all the time, and they're like, oh, I love your podcast. All this weekend, they were saying, oh, I love your podcast. You know what else they were saying this weekend, Peter? Big one. This is a big one. And I've reflected on how to discuss it with you because I think there's something here. I don't think maybe it's a money opportunity. I've had 4 people this weekend, I counted. They all came up to me and they said, if I make you this, will you put it on your podcast wall? And that, I mean, it sounds to me like
to pay to be on the wall.
Firestone tires could go right there. A QR code to your grandma's Etsy could go right there. And if you want to be a part of
what do they call the what you wear in NASCAR races?
The fireproof suit.
Yeah, the suit. So the
jumpsuit, like the NASCAR jumpsuit.
This is our NASCAR jumpsuit.
I mean, I'm looking at the video right here.
Would you like to be on the NASCAR jumpsuit? Because you can.
You can be on the NASCAR jumpsuit.
You can be creative in the way that you are even up here. It is probably a more interesting advertising opportunity than others.
Right. But if you're paying for the Patreon, you're getting everything early. You're getting all of these extra things. I think there should be a version of this podcast where in the middle of it,
you think there's a tier where you get something on the wall, like a really absurd.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Number one.
Okay.
Number two,
I think not have a notebook. Everything's so naked over here.
I think every 4 minutes on the podcast, it should cut to me doing a commercial for a product that doesn't exist so that I'm not supporting more capitalism in your ears, but I'm just annoying you with make-believe that replicates the patterns of every other podcast you listen to. I was listening to freaking Dateline.
I need to write.
You need to write?
I need to write.
You need to write?
Too many ideas right now. I need to write.
It's not about ideas, Peter.
Your fucking pouches and your energy drink match. I'm getting paper.
Look, everything matches. I'm purple today. I got my magenta coat. My whole life I've been holding it down for 35 years and 241 days, okay? Maybe more, maybe less, maybe a medium amount. But to say that this purple color coordination wasn't planned by me, oh, there was a plan, honey. The plan is living truthfully every day on my own as long as I have. And some days you just end up wearing 4 purple items that includes your beverage and your Velo Wildberry nicotine pouches, which I got to be honest, even at 6 milligrams now, it is starting to become overwhelming.
Even at 6 milligrams, it's going up from vapes.
What are you talking about? How is that going up for vapes? Okay, repeat what you said into the microphone.
Vapes are 5. That's 6.
6 milligrams, 5% milligrams. All right, but if I put in one pouch,
if
I put in one pouch, recent AEW signee, do you know about this? This is another new component we're going to introduce we're going to educate you on wrestling. Okay? So every week you're going to have to guess a wrestler, and this week it's 2 wrestlers.
Guess a wrestler?
You're going to have to guess who I'm talking about. You're going to have to
We've
guess.
done this already. What are we doing?
What do you mean we've done this already? We've done this already?
Uh-oh.
What?
Sorry,
been what?
I had a really detailed dream about like the next 2 weeks, and now everything's like happening. I wasn't supposed to say anything.
Yeah, keep it to yourself, wizard, witch, whatever's going on. Keep that inside.
It started like 5 days ago, and I can't stop it. It just keeps happening.
Did you put the mugwort in there?
The mugwort has been in my pillow.
Yeah, you should probably take it out if this is becoming a problem. If this is becoming a problem, you got to get the mugwort out of your pillow. It's supposed to purify your dreams.
Lucy got into it last night and threw up at like 4 a.m.
It's awesome.
The mugwort.
So did she dream anything?
So there's mugwort all over my bed.
You have been, listen, folks, I need you to understand. I'm not laughing at the fact that there's mugwort in your bed. I'm laughing at the fact that right now you're looking at me. I know you're tired. You've been working your ass off. You've been fixing this house. You've been fixing this beautiful setup here. I still don't have a theme song because I have to get over my own fleeting thoughts that any one piece of music could ever define what we're doing here, especially over a long period of time. That's crazy. Here's the theme song. Weekend at Effy's. All right? Just clip that. You've been doing all of this on top of editing additional clips of me talking to other people on this show, and the dog is ruining your one moment to have dreams, and I'm over here laughing at you. I'm sorry, but that's me laughing started me laughing even more because of how much of an asshole I look like. It's incredible. What a mystery. Y'all, I need you to know I gave Pitar full permission. And I told this to Gringo Loco, who we will be discussing this episode.
Who needs to come guest on the podcast?
Yeah, that is true. But you know where Gringo Loco lives?
Where?
I'll give you a guess. Chicago.
Okay.
Incredible. What was that? What was that? Okay.
Well, it's not Chicago's not like, I don't know, fucking Zanzibar.
What do you mean Zanzibar?
Chicago's doable.
No, I know. I'm saying, like, look at what's pulling us there. We would have another guest next door to us, Peter. Come on.
Well, you already got, I've already told you if every day was Ferris Bueller.
Here's what I'm going to say. If you feed me a Benadryl pie, okay? We're talking 100, 200 Benadryl pills in a chocolate pudding pie. All right? And you got to blend the whole thing down so it's thin. All right? You don't want chunks. I will go into a deep coma, and then all you have to do is make me fall off the bed onto the knife. And then you didn't do it.
I think the 200 Benadryl would probably take you out.
I don't know.
Okay, here. Feed me 2 Benadryl.
Okay.
And I'll do the job myself.
Oh, feed you, and then you didn't know you were
Mhm.
sleepwalking.
I can't take Benadryl.
Really, at all?
When I wake up the next day from taking Benadryl,
Yeah.
whatever is happening in my life, I will destroy it.
Just like it's over?
I've ruined my life on a few occasions coming off of Benadryl.
Wow.
It makes me nightmarish to deal with.
Okay.
It makes me object to everything
Yeah.
and make really, 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 really strong decisions that I shouldn't make, and then I'll come out of it and.
So
Yeah.
what if you did a lockup opposite day?
It's just like a full psychosis that hits.
Whatever
that
you do
is
coming out of the
off
Benadryl,
of a Benadryl hangover.
you'll be locked in a room coming off the Benadryl, and then whatever you do or say or demand, then you'll know it's what you should be doing. It's like if mushrooms were
I don't think that's true.
haunting and had
It's
a
an
hat
evil
man.
spirit that takes over that wants nothing.
You
but
think there's something
bad
evil
things
to
for
that?
my
You
life.
think there's a realm for the Benadryl?
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of dreams, back to Gessler, which is a dream segment you had. You're going to have to guess the wrestler.
Do you remember the thoughts that I had at the beginning that made me get this notebook? Because I don't remember.
What?
Now.
Yeah, because I was talking about all the ideas of our advertising wall, all the ideas of the Gessler. We were talking about the Gessler, which is wrestling, guess a wrestler. But I don't even remember why I was talking about this wrestler.
I don't think guess a wrestler was the thing that I got to know.
I said Gessler, guess a wrestler. You said this has been in my dreams my whole life for 10 days, and then ran up to get a notebook. That's what I remember. Okay. That's every part of this that I remember.
Accurate.
Oh, we were talking about how if you sign up for our Patreon, now you're going to get early access.
Am I guessing?
Well, I don't remember why I was making you guess the rest. Do you still want to play?
Sure.
Okay. First clue, he just signed this weekend to AEW.
Tony Khan.
Well, that guy owns AEW, and legally that's all I'm actually allowed to say at all.
Okay.
He also is in a tag team that is the current GCW tag team champions. And he's
Tony
from
Khan?
Boston.
Oh, you're describing the person I'm guessing.
Yeah. And he's a busta.
But this is not a person that's in it already.
What do you mean?
Because I was going to guess the Turtle Boy because he seems like he's from Boston.
The Turtle Boy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wrestler I brought up on the show.
What's his name? Darby?
Yeah, Darby. You remember when he climbed Mount Everest?
No.
I had a conversation recently about I had a match with Darby a few years ago.
You think he littered?
Do I think he littered on the mountain?
Mount Everest?
No, but he did perform the world's highest kickflip. And then Guinness said, well, we didn't know you were going to do it, so it doesn't count.
I'm sorry.
What?
You can't be... It's like getting on a ladder and being like, I'm the tallest guy.
Yeah, but you have to get to the top of the mountain with the Sherpa.
That's so...
Is the Sherpa the jacket or the guy?
The Sherpa's the guy.
Okay. But a Sherpa jacket is a style of jacket a Sherpa would wear.
I have to imagine.
Okay.
I mean, any jacket that a Sherpa's wearing is a Sherpa jacket.
Right, but if I wanted to style my own jacket as one of the Sherpas
that would be Sherpa appropriation. Sherpa-pration?
Does this Sherp make me look big? It's like shirt, but it's Sherp.
Are you wearing the XL that you said was...
Yeah, it's gigantic. But I figured out why it's a giant XL.
Why is that?
It has Andre the Giant on it.
Oh.
So it must be they made a bigger XL because it's a giant. Okay, what were you saying about how the people who sign up for weekendateffys.com are helping us? Oh, I was saying I was going to add a segment in the middle of the show that instead of advertisements is just me selling fake products. I think that's why you got your notebook. Some of the fake products I've been thinking of is it's lip balm for your lips, but it dries them all the way out and makes them spicy. It's a prank product. Okay. And then another product I was thinking is they're bendy straws, but they're in the shape of ancient ritual runes that can be used for drinking blood. You know, a bendy straw has shapes, but it's like that, but it's for dark symbols if you're drinking blood. All right. You got both of those?
Yep.
All right. Perfect. Weekendateffys.com.
I just wrote become vampires.
Here's what's crazy, because I've been thinking about it a lot. We may have talked about it. The only thing I don't like is just drinking blood. Like, I'll drink blood. I'm fine with drinking blood, but I don't want to only drink blood. I want to also like have a slice of cheesecake and an espresso. Immortality, easy. I haven't gotten bored yet. Can't go in the sun. Hate it already. It's so bright. Can't see myself in a mirror. I can't already. I've disassociated from any view of my own face. I blot it out of my life because it's there so much. Not that I'm disgusted by anything, but that I don't have any reason to see what I look like. It's everywhere in my whole life. I don't need to see it. We're good. The last thing is just like all you drink is blood, and it's like sleeping in a coffin? Oh my God, that sounds like heaven. The door shuts, it's always dark, and you know if I'm in there, I'm asleep? Thank you. Thank you. Can we get a little bit of a Netflix small screen in there like it's a minivan, like a Honda Odyssey? I'm ready to be a vampire 100%. I need other foods besides blood. I just need food variety. That's why I can't meal prep, because I need variety.
I really am carried away with the idea of you as a vampire with indigestion because you just keep eating cheesecake, even though as a vampire you can't have.
I'm not
cheesecake.
supposed to.
Yeah,
I'm afraid I'm a little gassy to go hunting tonight. I've got what would they call it?
What's like vampire diabetes?
Where he's like, they've got me on the blood thinners. Vampire diabetes. You're a vampire, but you're just like, I don't know, dude. They've got the Snickers with pecans now, and it's so good. It's the best flavor, and every time I eat it, my insides turn to ash dust and have to be regenerated. But you're not you when you're hungry. Grab a Snickers. And that's like what one of the segments would sound like if we had ads on the show. So if you want to purchase ad space on our wall, if you'd like to put up something, and it doesn't have to be for a business. Like if you just want to put something up there that says like, fuck all of the Judds, especially Winona, you could do it. And I think Peter is going to price that out reasonably. I think if you want to really get in front of a captive audience, you ready for it, Peter?
Yes.
We're both selling our foreheads full advertising space.
If you have something that you are trying to get off the ground right now that you could use a little bit of juice on, that you would like some advertising that is going to go to actual people and isn't going to cost you an arm and a leg, shoot me an email.
Yeah.
It's on the weekendateffys@gmail.com. It's on the episode notes. Just like shoot me an email. If you want, you can send me a message on Patreon. If you're a Patreon person, we will make something happen for you. I think there are multiple different ways that we can do this, but let's turn this into like a little community board,
Community board.
We have space for it.
Speaking of community board, people message me sometimes and they're like, I got that Patreon message. And then they say stuff and I should go look at the message more.
The problem is that Patreon is actually not a great community space. It is not inducive to really building that sort of, which I think we will try and do some workarounds on that as much as possible. But
yeah, we want it easy for you to participate.
I don't know. All social media is difficult right now.
But let me say this. Let me say this about social media. If you're hearing this at all, you're wonderful. You're great. But I'm going to say
this is the thing. This is the quote unquote main feed, This is
this is the main feed. We haven't even gotten started today. We're 18 minutes in and I'm just getting unloaded here. But let me say this, okay? For all of our people that are so appreciative and so lovely to participate on the Patreon and to ask questions and who like going through all the pictures and like getting the early access and getting, the podcast to yourself early, but, really want to participate at that level. You're the best. You're great. For some of y'all though, and I know you, I've met you. I know you don't care. Okay. And you're loved too. And we're going to keep putting all of our effort into this, but I want you to know something. If you go on that Patreon and you sign up for it, and you never open it again, and you just let that card run dry to Effy and to Peter to take care of business because you support the arts, because they're trying to destroy the legacy of John F. Kennedy's artful background. John F. Kennedy loved the arts.
Loved the arts.
Marilyn Monroe, possibly Rock Hudson.
He let his wife have that rose garden.
Yeah, Natalie Portman played
the
her in a
most
movie.
fashionable first lady.
So if you want to just be Tchaikovsky's baby boy and take care of us and not like anything on there and never participate, never ask a single question, even though you've had one burning in your heart your whole life, I need you to go ahead and do that, because we are giving ourselves out here to the world. And I don't, Peter, you put so much work here, but I don't think people understand that every weekend, okay, that I come back here and am able to tell you the tales of where I've gone, to tell you what I've done, it's a miracle. Okay. My friend, he just turned the wrong way and he herniated his disc in his back. Okay. Very sad. Hurts. Okay. I have narrowly avoided death thousands of times. And if you just want to say, hey, thank you for even existing still when there's, probably getting into crime or finance scams would be a better, use of your time. Getting out of the public eye would maybe be a better use of your time. No, Effy, you're going out there and risking it all to put smiles on people's faces, okay, to hug the people, to inspire the people, to perform miracles every night. And if you just want to sign up for the Patreon and do that, great. That's perfect. That's lovely. But if you're out there participating with us and building a community, that's even better. We love you if you're just signing up. We love you if you're participating. So we're figuring out some options. Now, Peter, there's a lot of people who listen to the show who are just wrestlers, right?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll talk about my match this weekend with one of those wrestlers, Gringo Loco. But I want to say that one thing we are going to do that is outside of this podcast completely, because I get asked about it all the damn time. Why aren't you doing more seminars? Why aren't you teaching more stuff? And I have moments in the week, especially if you've talked to me on the road. Like, Peter, if you're a young upstart wrestler and you want some advice and we're at a show.
Okay, I'm a young upstart wrestler.
Yep.
And I'm at a show and I want some advice.
All right. And you just, that's all the direction I've got there. Mm-hmm. Okay, here, let me start you off. All right. You got to know how to wrestle. Okay.
I'm going to get back to you on that one.
Well, pretend you know how to wrestle. You're already doing a bit. You're already acting.
Okay.
You're going to be whoever I need you to be.
Okay, I'm Cody Rhodes, level wrestler.
Right. And then you have to understand that on a personal level.
You might be getting the idea that I am Cody Rhodes.
Hey, Cody. Then instead of giving you this advice, let's share this together, because Cody, you're someone who understands this. This is a business that has no objective arc or facts to guide it. And this is a business where things have gotten over and made lots of money and stayed consistent and changed all the time based on the whims of whatever the audience wants at that time. Culturally in America, it can shift. Once you figure out that it is not a personal attack, that you may not be what the audience wants, you have to make a choice. Do you fill a role that the audience actually needs, wants, desires, or hates, wants to go away, doesn't like, that can benefit someone else that they do want to like? Can you create a character and a version and a style in the wrestling ring that fills that time in a way where people want to see it? Or are you just going to do tricks, do your own thing, and waste your own time trying to impress people with something that they clearly don't want? Now, you can stand by your art a long time. You can say, this is my art, this is how I do it, this is what I believe in, and that can be very good, very cool. But also, if no one is responding in a way that is begging to see more of you, to come out to see your matches, or when the content crosses their feed, it's not good enough for them to like or comment on, if that goes on for on and on, you can say you're correct about your art. Or you can reassess the drawing board and say, this is a business based on what the audience wants to see. I can try things, and if they don't like it, okay, maybe I should do something different. But if I just want to keep doing the thing I'm doing and the audience does not connect with that, then I have to just expect the audience never will connect with that. If you want to have art that stands on its own and stands in its belief, and you want to copy the wrestling you've seen or copy styles of wrestling, or want to focus on a singular style of wrestling or a singular way of doing your character, then I hope to God it works and you're over like Stone Cold as long as he was over. But if it does not, and you are not willing to adjust for people to want to financially spend money to see you, to be around you, to tell people about you, then you are only going to miss out on what the business has to give. And if you just want to make art, just make art. If you just want to have matches, just have matches. But if you want to do this for a long time, you have to figure out that there are parts of your performance that may need adjustment if they are not reacting well with the crowd.
Interesting. You're explaining the Aries Gemini pivot of wrestling that I find.
Yeah.
Looking at wrestling.
I hate describing it that way too, because it is a very like almost conservative, pull your bootstraps up kind of thing. But it is also just realistic. Like if what you're doing is not attracting the people, then maybe it's not fit for an entertainment business. It is still an entertainment business.
Like I automatically just grind against that as someone that that has done art that takes a really, really, really long time to get good at. And you do participate in an art form that takes a really long time to get good at, but you're talking more about like a relaxation within the process. Like the thing that you keep saying about older wrestlers actually being the best at wrestling.
Yeah.
There is something like it's that pivot thing, you know, where I love the idea of if I grind at this for 10 years in the exact same direction, I will carve this into something that is actually real, you know. But what you're talking about is, well, you know, we could actually get around this thing if we dynamically looked at where to twist and turn.
Right. But I'm also speaking from the position of someone who has spent the grind twisting and turning into where it goes, trying to maintain as much of myself as I can. But that grind itself and getting good at it, as you say, that's the key word that lets me know we're talking about the same thing, where you can, if you had an art project that went on for 10 years and not once over those 10 years has anyone ever encouraged you to continue it, you may question what you're doing.
Oh, I had people actively telling me to stop.
Well, I see that's I think just as good. There's a reaction to that. If it's not creating any reaction, I'm talking
really
about
inspiring thing to do.
The wrestler who puts on a plain pair of trunks and goes out and says, "Let's go," and comes out to an upbeat DMCA-free copyright song, does 3 perfect arm drags, does everything at the right moment, and then keeps doing the exact same thing hundreds of times over and over, never tries anything different, never differentiates from the experiment, continues the same path, listens to... Imagine if you were... I'm trying to think of any other entertainment field where this would, and I guess there is a lot of this in the acting world, where you have acting teachers who have never actually booked anything, and the people who are booking and acting or have had the experience are far too busy to teach anybody anything. So it really is kind of the blind leading the blind out there. In wrestling, a lot of times I just see people taking advice from guys who've never done it. And by done it, I don't mean been on TV. Maybe they've been on TV. Maybe they've been under a contract. Maybe they've done something interesting. But to me, my goal in wrestling, and I hope everyone's goal in wrestling, is to be the top of the top, the tippy top. Okay? The tippy top. I want to see the biggest arena with my name and the biggest lights in the biggest way possible. Now, is that feasible? Not necessarily, but I think you should be thinking of yourself in that sort of star quality and in that sort of atmosphere. But they're taking advice from guys who've never done anything more than been on the pre-show battle royal for a WrestleMania, when I only want to talk to the guys who are main eventing, because nobody ever remembers any of the other matches on WrestleMania. They remember like the main big one. And then like if you're 6 wrestlers deep, they'll remember who else might have been there.
Has anyone wrestled on Everest?
No, they haven't wrestled on Everest, but they did do. It was on the cusp of Everest. My friend Holodead, she wrestled. It's the highest altitude wrestling match, and it's like at one of the steps in the Himalayas, where it was still 20,000 feet, or I don't know. It's very high up. So they have not done it at the top of Mount Everest, but I'm sure they're going to try now, right? The wrestler I was hinting at earlier was Alec Price. Alec and Jordan both got signed to AEW this weekend.
Oh.
So congratulations,
wow.
to Busta and the Brain. Incredible stuff. You know, it's really exciting too. You know, you talk about these older guys are better at wrestling, and we've had that conversation. Not all of them. And one of them recently, I guess his contract is up because they said it freed up. And I'm not going to speak on this person. It's freed up about $5 million a year to go towards salary budgeting. So there's a lot of really cool names getting signed now because it looks like they freed up a lot of excess baggage, baby. You know, who was the bear in the Muppets?
Fozzie?
Yeah. Have you ever heard of that band?
Fozzie?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Probably. It doesn't matter. I'm going to get in trouble again. This time of year, whatever. Jordan, Alec, what a wonderful team to have there. And they're reuniting with the former East West Express tag partner, Nick Wayne. And I want to give Jordan and Alec the same advice that I gave to Nick Wayne when he was signing with AEW and started working in some of his first big feuds. And I'm going to look at the people when I say this. There's going to be a lot of people out there that give you a lot of different advice. And you're going to sometimes be too cocky to hear it, or you're sometimes going to take the wrong advice from people who may not have your best interests at heart or may not know what they're talking about. The only person you should listen to in that entire company and in all of wrestling is Christian Cage. Okay? You know Christian Cage?
No.
Edge and Christian? Back in the day, they were in all the
Edge
TLC
and Christian?
Yeah. That's their name.
Edge and Christian?
Edge and Christian.
Edge, okay.
Well, Edge is now called Cope.
Okay.
And he does the spear.
Okay. I think there needs to be a character called the Edge and Christian.
The Edge and Christian? Mm-hmm. This is really funny that I've never put together that their tag team name together is like
a Goonin warrior of
like
Christ.
The Goon Pastor.
Yeah.
Hey boys, I'm Pastor Goon. If you never come, it's not a sin.
Oh my God.
Is that good? Is that too much?
Very good.
Only listen to Edge and Christian. No, only listen to Christian. Don't.
How did no one put that together?
I don't know. That's pretty crazy, right? Wow. It's
Y'all
like
really need to have some outsiders.
It's like how you were telling me that
Just
CBT
check.
can't be called that if I'm going to cognitive behavioral therapy.
Yeah.
Because it means cock and ball torture.
Yeah.
Which is when you play tennis with a rooster. Yeah. Oh, hello. Sign up on weekendateffys.com for more of this. And for more of our cinema-filled takes, we are going to be doing a lot more with cinema, and we're going to continue our cinema path as we enter Oscar season. Now, did I put down a Kalshi bet on Avatar Fire and Ice winning Best Cinematography that pays out over $100 to $3 that I put in? Yes. Do I really think that's going to happen? No. If it does, do I get $100? Yes. So shout out James Cameron. Thank you. And thank you for trying to warn the people in the Titanic submersible. We knew that it wouldn't end well for them. And thank you for taking us to the planet of Pandora. And to say that the first movie in space is going to be the Tom Cruise movie, which I think is canceled now. Wrong. James Cameron went to a real planet to film that movie. So go see Avatar Fire and Ash 4DX experience. All right. Well, before we get too deep into what I actually did this weekend and what we did this week.
What do you call a beehive without an entrance?
What?
Unbelievable.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, because the bees can't get in? Because the bees can't get out? That's great. That's fantastic. Right?
Right.
Thank you, Heather.
Thank you, Heather.
You're wonderful.
That's all we have for questions this week.
If you have questions, if you want to come find out, ask us, weekendateffys.com. If you ask
We're
me,
contractually obligated.
Here, I've got a new
these
scheme.
Questions.
Yeah, so actually, speaking of contractual obligation, I put out a thing earlier that said the only DMs I'm reading are on Cameo, which it's like, it's $2.99 per message to send me a message on Cameo. Okay? You can guarantee a response out of me. I just want to say to the hundreds of wrestlers in my DMs asking to be booked on Big Gay Brunch, if you want a direct answer to that, you could just sign up for the Patreon and I would have to answer your question.
On the podcast, yeah.
Right. I would have to answer it then. Otherwise, we'll reach out to your people. right? I don't want to be mean, but I'm putting together literally the best gay show of all time. I'm coming up on another, they call it Mania Week, but I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to Mania. I'm going to the independent shows that are raw and rugged and wild.
The problem with DMing you any other way is that you put Lucy in charge of your DMs.
Right. Do you remember when I had a fake assistant?
Yes.
And then I got her paid 10% SAG cut as my agent when I got paid. I don't give a shit. I haven't paid my SAG dues this year. I'm done with them. It's over. Hollywood's over. It's all AI. And then do you remember that I forgot she was fake? And then I missed answering a lot of emails because I thought she had taken care of it. And then I realized it was just me. I was my fake assistant. Mm-hmm. And then I had to kind of reassess. Here's what I'm going to say about emailing, DMing, booking me.
This is why you don't create tulpas.
I got booked to finally debut in Oklahoma. Do you know how it happened? The man had to like come and grab me by the arm in the venue this weekend and be like, please, we've messaged twice and it just goes nowhere. Can we please lock this in? And I was like, well, I got to check my dates. And then I was like, bruh, and he's right there. So here's the thing. Like, I love you. I love all of you. I want to come wrestle at your places. You got to find better ways to message me these things. And my email is such a nightmare because I keep getting email bombed. I don't know if you know this. When you're a controversial figure, number one, usually guys who have their feelings hurt by you get good jobs in companies. So good luck to everybody. Number two, I'm signed up for 5,000 concert ticket mail lists. I can't see anything. And it, is just very difficult to look through any of it. So I've got to find a new way. I've got to find a new way to be messaged. My email keeps getting email bombed. Stop doing that. It's not very nice. But I also need to get rid of that email because I got it to be professional in a time where I thought doing everything by the books was really a good thing to do, right? Oh, you have to have a professional email and you have to have a professional website. You know what you have to have? Fucking resources now. Do you have fresh water? Do you have food? Do you have access to food storage? Do you have access to a shelter? Everybody's going to listen back to this in 4 years and they're going to be like, oh, how'd he know? I knew. Okay. But what you don't have to worry about is everything being perfect. So my new email is going to be like, Effy's only email @gmail.com or something. We're going to get a new one so that I actually have a cleaned up, no mess email. And then we're going to get right back to it. Peter, the faces you were making during this segment, I didn't like.
It was a really fun segment.
So I want to just put over what I've done so far with the Big Gay Brunch announcements, and then I'm going to make announcements on the show. Okay? How's that?
That sounds great.
All right. I got to see who I put in to get graphics. Let's see right here. We've got, drum roll please, returning from Thailand, Monomoth.
Ooh.
Monomoth is back. Monomoth is returning to wrestling, coming to Las Vegas, going to be incredible. We saw Monomoth in Philly, and now Monomoth is back in Las Vegas too. We also have Viperous. You know about Viperous?
I have heard of Viperous.
Yes, hot Chola Mummy, and she has been doing a lot of death matches lately. She's turned into a real hardcore icon. She had a crazy match with Cyclope at the GCW One Night Only in Berwyn, in Illinois. North of Chicago, middle of Chicago, somewhere near Chicago. She will be there as well. The returning Dark Sheik, who challenged for the GCW World Championship last year. And then we also have, you ready for it? Kid Bandit, protagonist of pro wrestling. Kid Bandit is back on the show. And then she's going to be taking a little more time off to handle her life and live her fantasy. And I love that for her. And then I feel like we should keep announcing people here.
So you're saying this might be the last time to see Kid Bandit for
a while. For like at least probably a year or something, I think. So this could be, this is like last chance. Like get your tickets last chance. I don't know who all I can announce here. Okay, I can't announce this one. This is a big one. One half of Caution from Hood Slam. Just the juiciest ass on a white boy I've ever seen. And he would be fine with me saying that. 100%. Because, like, go look at the Instagram. That thing is poking. Anton Voorhees is going to be in the building. And then I want to confirm one more right here. This is huge. And this I'm only confirming these two right now. Anton Voorhees. I'm confirming one more. This is I don't know if you've ever seen a real life CPA pull his shirt off and there's another shirt underneath. But we're going to see it in Vegas because CPA is coming to the big gay brunch 11. And we're using the hashtag EffyBGB11 instead of XI because it just gets messy. We can't tell if it's XL. We can't tell if it's XI. It's EffyBGB11. 11. Okay? Now, you may be thinking to yourself, wait a second. Joey Janela's spring break is only on 10. And I'm saying you're right because Joey Janela only does spring break once a year. It's always only a Mania event. Now, we have put a lot of brunches on in the U.S., so we're up to 11 with less years under our belt. But I'm going to be up to 15 this year because we will have the 4th Big Gay Brunch in England. So we're going to be at 15 brunches this year. And I'm starting to ask myself, too, should I do another one? I don't know yet. But from how it's going so far with this, it's only taken me 11 big gay brunches to not emotionally walk around holding everyone else's sadness for not being a part of the show. But I want to say this, there's a guaranteed way you can be on the show. And that's by buying a ticket to be in the audience because the camera will pan to you. And when you see that camera come your way, hold up your signs and cheer. Get excited because that energy is going to translate to our viewers at home live on Triller TV, $7.99 a month. No, I don't need any more help on the show. No, I do not need you standing around backstage. Yes, I need fans of gay wrestling. Yes, I need people who want to see miracles happen. Oh, Effy, are you promising miracles? No, but I'm saying I've seen them happen before, so it's likely. And you're going to see some of the best gay wrestling of all time. Probably some of the best wrestling of all time because we are bringing it this year. We are inside WrestleCon. We are while WrestleCon is happening, like it's in the building. We're just going to be right there. Incredible stuff. This is magic. This is Vegas. This is Effy's Big Gay Brunch 11. So get ready. Get your tickets now. I'm going to announce a bunch more.
What's the date?
April 18th, 2026. And that would be at 11 a.m. And it's at have you seen the video where she goes, "Is horses ho? Is horses ho?"
No.
And she's at the Horseshoe Casino, but it's spelled horses ho. She's like, "I'm at horses ho. Is horses ho?" So that's where we will be. We will be at the beautiful Horseshoe Casino, formerly a Bally's property. And I think I'm only going to be there that weekend. In the past, I've done, last year I was signed up to do some other shows. I did Progress. I had another show that just canceled on me. So be wary of whatever shows are booking you. But, if you're not booked for Vegas, it doesn't mean anything other than you're just not booked for one show. Okay? I hope you keep applying your craft. I hope you keep scrounging for opportunities. I hope more people like myself continue booking queer shows. And I hope that one day I am in a financial position where I can do less matches during the year and focus a little more on show running. But as it stands right now, I'm wrestling more than all of you and I'm booking you. So for the fans, get ready for the greatest show of all time. For the other people, y'all got to buy a ticket. How about that? Should we do I'm trying to think of I'm trying to make up new gimmick matches. What is that? What is this giggle?
We just bone templed. I don't want to say what we actually did because what we actually did was crazy.
What did we do?
No, we just did a catchphrase from the Bone Temple. That's all that happened.
How about it?
We did a Jimmy phrase.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll talk about the Bone Temple on the mini-sode, weekendateffys.com. I hope all of y'all have been...
Go see the Bone Temple.
Go see the Bone Temple. I love the Bone Temple.
I love the Bone
Temple. I'm going to tell a Bone Temple story that broke me almost physically last week. I did see Bone Temple almost twice in a day. I hope that you guys are watching on our YouTube. We're going to have so much more content going up on there. And just a bravo to Peter for making this look so spectacular. Now, we are going to figure out if we need to lower this sign to show my chest.
We're gonna figure it out.
But right now,
it's necessity.
There's one thing that we differ on,
the
where
show
it's
must
like,
continue.
you know what? I think it's gonna just continue to evolve into what it needs to be. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it a little bit. You know where I went this weekend, though, right?
Where'd you go?
I went to Texas. I went down to Texas. You ever been down to Texas? They don't talk like that, do they?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, yeah, I went to Texas, and Friday, GCW was in, no, was it Friday? It was Saturday. Holy I didn't even leave until Saturday? That's insane. So Saturday, GCW was at Gillies in Texas, which is also the venue where I met William Beckett at Emo Night. So it holds a very special place in my heart. And we were there to do what? To fight. We were there to have a fighting battle. And I got to tell you, Peter, you didn't see any of the results from this weekend, did you?
No, I don't look at your social media anymore.
Why?
Because it's just I would rather not worry.
Oh, it's a worry thing? It's not just a like, I'm going to kill him if I see any more of his face. I'm ready for it, Peter.
I have to look at your face.
I know.
Yeah, there's no getting away from it.
Oh, there's
your
a getting
Gemini
away from it.
Face is just.
There's a way to get away from it, Peter.
What do you mean?
You could just cut it off me and wear it yourself, become a vampire, and never see it again in the mirror, hidden from your own view. Wear me like a beast.
What if I start training Zoe to?
R.I.P. Shailene Woodley.
R.I.P. Shailene Woodley.
We're having a real rough go of it right now. I don't want to talk about it anymore right now.
Talk about it.
But we're going to have a springtime celebration at this moment. Things are very tough. I just want to say fuck raccoons. They are not cute.
Roman sacrificial chickens.
They should have never been allowed into society. And I do think, though, I did, this weekend I was in the car for a second.
There was a emperor that used to lure astrologers to like an island rock city thing.
Okay.
To see if they were real or not, and because he was going to kill them after. And so he was waiting for an astrologer to look at the chart and go, "Oh, I'm about to die." And only one did it.
So none of them picked up on it. Yeah, you got to check in for that, especially going to an island.
It's really funny. And then he would wait for it. So he'd be like, "Oh, that was fun." Wait for him to leave, and then like throw a rock down and kill the astrologer as they were leaving.
Pretty rough stuff for astrologers. You better be careful. I'm not gonna kill you.
Okay.
Unless like the CTE really gets bad.
Yeah.
But I think like people would pick up on it here. I feel like at a certain point they'd be like, "Hey, you should go." Like, because we're here every week. So if it got like really bad really quick, people would know. Even if you didn't notice, they'd be like, after like 4 weeks, they'd be like, "Hey, so Peter, you should get out of the house. You shouldn't be there." Hey, I'm gonna donate my brain to CTE research.
I think you've already donated your brain to CT.
What do you mean? You have to tell them. You have to consent to it. You have to consent to it.
I think you've already started that process.
You saw on last podcast on the left, they talked to Christopher Nowinski, my mortal enemy.
No.
Oh, I almost stopped listening to the show completely based on that information. Grow up, Christopher Nowinski.
Why did they talk to him?
About concussions
and
how it destroys your brain. And how most football players have pea guacamole for their brains.
Well, I mean, I guess if you did what he did, you got to do something.
Yeah, but here's the main problem, okay? Everything Christopher Nowinski is saying might be accurate. It might be true. It may be valid. He is a scientist athlete, okay? But he didn't retire because of head injuries. He retired because he didn't know how to take basic moves, simple basic moves. He retired because he was bad at this shit. So I understand your concern with our brains, but the fact that he's like, and I'm a former wrestler and I had to get out of it. You got out of it because you're terrible at wrestling, you loser. The best segment he ever had was him versus Scott Steiner in a debate over 9/11. We watched this segment together, right?
Maybe.
where they're debating 9/11
No,
and
we did.
they're
I
all
would
booing
remember
Christopher
this.
Nowinski,
I would
but
remember
he's
this.
saying all the things that we believe now, and
Oh my
then
God.
Scott Steiner's like, we'll go over there and we'll shoot all your people, and they're like, yeah, we'll go to Afghanistan and kill them. And Nowinski's like, it does seem like we just constantly are invading Middle Eastern areas with oil based on information we're told is, because of these attacks. And they're like, get the fuck out. So that's the only good thing Christopher Nowinski ever did. I heard a very funny story about him doing a safety meeting at one of the wrestling companies, and one of the guys who's now like an older coach had to stand up and put him in his place and go, you didn't retire from concussions. You retired because you suck. Hey, this is all good and well, but this isn't true. So that's why it's like,
it is just a reminder that everyone narrativizes their life. And
Yeah.
So just when you were listening to someone tell their success story, they are telling you that story because they were able to look backwards and go, huh, that seems like a plot point. That seems like a plot point.
I think we could mix
I
those
bet I
two
could do
things.
some seminars. At the very least, I can be on a podcast.
It really, though, without people going to church anymore, that's why these stories have become more prevalent. Because we used to just get it when you get the How I Found Jesus speeches.
Oh, man.
Those rock.
Yeah.
Everything that happens up until
It's
the
like
real
every year
break.
that goes by, you just keep finding new little wrinkles. You're just working on your type 5.
Yeah, I need a tight 5 to let the people know how the Lord saved me. But it was dark times, baby. Crazy. Hot girls, lines of cocaine, liquor everywhere, cool outfits, hot rod car. My life was out of control. And then I found salvation. How about that?
I love the, let's just say, I knew how to have a good time.
Yeah, let's just say I knew my way around town that night.
Too good of a time.
And you don't even realize it at the moment that all of this joy, all of the happiness, all the excitement, all of the fun, all of the pleasure, it doesn't mean anything without a relationship with him.
I loved the guys that would didn't have the cool thing to tell you, but would still tell you whatever it was as if it was like, this like the really, really, I'm sure for them it was some intense struggle, but it's just like whenever someone is bearing their heart about jerking off, it is
Oh yeah.
a little difficult.
The devil can slip in anywhere, even a cellular phone. Have you ever seen The Undertaker talking about finding Christ?
No.
Okay, so it's a part of a series where he was also giving away one of his dead man motorcycle bikes. And so he's being interviewed by the megachurch pastor. And
Wait, do you remember which church?
no, someone in Texas. You can find the videos. It's somewhere in Texas. And it's so funny because usually you'd have these stories of like, blah, 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 blah. I did all this dark stuff. And with The Undertaker, you could really, just in character, sacrificing people on crosses and trying to kill people and, shooting lightning at people, burying people in concrete. There's a lot of things that you'd be like, and I needed forgiveness. But they're like, and how did you find Christ? And he's just like fully bikered out, has done a goth murderer character for years, undead wizard. And he's like, well, my wife was really into coming to the church, and I just came and checked it out with her, and then I really just started really liking it here and getting to know everybody. And you're like, oh, there was no moment. I have a really hot wife now, and if she stays happy, we're good.
Yeah.
But not all of those guys
says
like
this is
that.
our new social scene. This is our
Yeah.
new social scene.
Yeah, she says I need to behave and probably.
It's really cool. The Undertaker, he's actually a member of our congregation.
I think I'm already tithing enough by being here. My presence is a miracle. He talks like that. There was a time where like he's too country, so he like was trying to very hardly do a mean accent, but his southern accent would always come through. But now that he's older, he did it in the later stages of the career, and he would really grumble. And sometimes it would sound like this.
Who's the guy with the meme?
Which meme?
The meme where he's like in front of his house. And...
Kurt Angle.
Okay.
Oh, the best.
Okay.
The best.
Okay.
Kurt Angle is...
Is there an Undertaker meme?
I don't know.
Because I can't picture what he looks like.
The Undertaker said that everybody in the locker room these days, they're all losers and nerds because they play video games. And back in his day, they did drugs and had guns. And everybody's like, hey, man, I don't think what you're saying sounds like something we should return to ever. But it's also like, these guys were nerds back in the day, too. Are you kidding me? You think Undertaker didn't play as himself on the Royal Rumble arcade machine? Come on, dude. You're a nerd, too. Oh, just because you have a 22 with you means you're not a nerd?
You know who are some of the biggest nerds?
Who?
Gun people.
Yeah, that's it's one of the worst forms of autism is gun autism.
Oh, my God.
Gotta tell you, I'd much rather you be fucked up on Legos or types of birds than guns. Now, honestly, they're probably usually the most safe, but they're also usually, manipulated by these hot people around them that then steal their guns and commit sequels to Columbine.
I just don't think you need to know that many numbers.
Like all the different types of guns are numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I think they should give them better names. Like imagine if an AR-15 was called a whiz banger. You want to see my whiz banger? Maybe that's why they don't have cooler names.
Maybe that's why.
31 school children were gunned down today by a whiz banger. We have to ban whiz bangers. All right, I figured it out. I figured out why they're not called cool names. My Python pistol.
It's because with the new ones that would come out, it would be a greatest hits of like American shootings. Like you would have to start doing the commemorative,
Are we not over it? I feel like it's like paintball. Like it was like really hot for a second, but then everybody was like, all right, well maybe I'm tired of getting hit with paintballs. But we like haven't hit that threshold. Or is paintball still a big thing?
It might still be a big. It's a lot of the paintball I'm seeing these days is on the news.
Yeah. But that's what happens when interest in paintballing wanes. You have to go get a job with ice because there's really not any other skills you have because you've just been playing Halo 2 and shooting paintball with your
paintball on the weekends to Proud Boy to ice.
Yeah. I think we have to start looking at like what camping actually does to kids. It's once you start letting your children build fires in the woods, next thing you know, they're losers. Okay. They're losers. Think of it. It goes one of two ways. You either Emil Hirsch in that movie where he's eating dirty plants, or you become a Proud Boy. That's the two types of guys who like camping. Or you like 311. You know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna? You gonna just listen to 311 your whole life? That's a period you go through. That's like a 2-year span that you grow out of. Okay, it's not Modest Mouse, guys. It's 311. Let's not be fools. So I'm in Texas. And I thought, honestly, I was going to have like a pretty easy, like fun weekend. And it was not. Well, okay. So here's what happened. They're saying the word on the street is I'm overzealous and I'm mentally cloudy. And I'm narcissistic. And I'm not fine. That's the word on the street.
Okay.
Do you want to know why?
Why?
Okay, well, number one, I had to fight KJ Orso. His former name, his former name is Fire of the Sun. One time Cody Rhodes dressed up as him so they could tag team together. And, okay, well, he's KJ Orso now, all right? And the last time we had a match, I beat him.
Okay.
I was the champion of GCW, of the Game Changers. I was the leader of the Game Changers at that point. And then this time I was like, okay, well, the crowd is feeling so rowdy. The crowd is getting so turned up. We should do another move to KJ Orso. We should just powerbomb him all the way to hell. Well, like I've been dealing with like...
And this is a Gollum-like conversation that you're having with yourself?
Are you not always having conversations with yourself?
No, I am. It's just No, keep going. Keep going.
Who's the old woman who would interview everybody on the news?
Barbara Walters.
Yeah, I'm Barbara Walters, and I'm Effy. Let me,
Barbara
Walters. Now, Effy, why would you go for another move when you had a move completed that has won you many, many matches?
Now, Barbara, that's a stupid question.
Now, Barbara, that's a stupid question because I want to go, woo, rowdy for the fans who are out here in Dallas, Texas at Gillies. So picked him up for the powerbomb, got my knee chopped out, got stomped in the face, woke up and had not won the match. And then later, maybe Manders said I ruined his life, but I don't think it's that I don't think it's that serious.
Oh,
but
he heard the TV accusation.
No, I think you shouldn't tell him for a minute. I think you should just like keep it. I think there'll maybe like come a better time to bring it up to him that the TV he installed is too high. But I don't like. He's already like he already was gripping me by the throat a little bit, just like his friends. It's like not a problem. So, all right. So if you saw Manders clothesline someone, lariat someone, you know what I mean? You ever seen him do it?
Yeah, maybe.
Where he just like throws his arm at him.
Yeah.
I saw this in the title match that he was having against Atticus Kogar, and I was like, oh, he won. So I ran out to congratulate and celebrate, but turns out didn't win. Okay. And so then I was like, oh, well, I'll like, he told me not to help specifically. And I was like,
so he didn't win with his.
Right.
Was it because he doesn't know what distances are and that's why the
it was
TV's
too high? The lariat was too high, and that's why it didn't connect. So, but I thought he won. So I was like, oh, well, then he didn't win. I was like, well, I'm already out here and there's no rules. And I know this because I was formerly the leader of the Game Changers. And so I pull out a table and I put it in the ring, and then he puts him up, and then he's going to slam him through the table. But then it got whoopsie-doopsied. And so I did, and maybe this was wrong, I did grip the referee by his foot and yank him out to the floor, and he did smack the floor pretty hard. But I was like, I can't mess this up. And then Manders was like, well, Atticus got in my face again, and then Manders like hit him again in the head, and then hit him again like one more last time in the head. And I was like, oh, easy. I'll go find another referee. So I did. And then I brought Scarlett out, and I was like, Scarlett, I fucked up. Like, I'll check on Perch, but like, go just count the pen. And then I think
you did that to Scarlett?
No. Scarlett went to. I did it to Perch. Yeah, pretty rough.
I don't know if that's any better.
It's not. It's really bad. He really, if you watch the footage, he smacked the floor.
Because you were kind of just looking at him and going,
I just
like grab him by the ankle.
I just grabbed his ankle and yanked as hard as I could.
So crazy.
Out of the ring to the floor.
So crazy.
I
don't know if I would recover from that as a human being.
What do you mean?
If I was just grabbed by the ankle
and yanked out to the floor. I mean, maybe 4.5 feet to the floor from where I yanked him out. Just splat. Yeah. So Scarlett gets in, and then I guess Atticus like grabbed his wiener or something and did a roll-up pin, because then Manders got beat. And so it turns out I didn't help at all, and I actually didn't. Well, I don't know if I heard it either, because if Manders was just on his own, he probably would have lost too then, because he had extra help and he still lost. But I did kind of pull the referee out of the ring. And so Manders wasn't really talking to me at that time, but it's fine. I do want to say that I had a really great time finding out at midnight that because I'm one of the only people with a legal license in America, I had to drive half of the way to Oklahoma on the way to the show the next day. So we did that. We went. Now, I will say this. I had a pretty crazy conversation while I was in that car with the legendary luchador, actually the GLOAT, the greatest lucha of all time, at GLOAT on Twitter, Samurai del Sol, the former Kalisto with WWE. He is an incredible, magical luchador. I also had to follow it was this luchador Vengador versus Samurai del Sol, just like two of the top luchadors in the world, and the match right after that. And some of this is me going, Brett, are you fucking with me? Me versus Gringo Loco. And I said, fuck him, I'm gonna do lucha too. I'm gonna do some lucha rolls. But we talked in the car, and he just had so much to say about today's wrestling, and it was so fascinating to hear it from a guy who was in the WWE system that long, is now kind of out here doing all sorts of other stuff. I don't know, just pin in that. But if y'all want to talk to an interesting person, go meet Samurai del Sol at a show. He is full of wisdom. I had to pull him away from the show Sunday when we were leaving because he was teaching the kids. Like, he was like giving seminar advice to kids after the show. And I was like, hey buddy, we got to go. But he's awesome. Just shout out Samurai del Sol. So then Sunday, we're in a new place. So we stopped in Oklahoma and we went to Wichita. And I'm thinking, okay, sick. this is huge. We have Gringo Loco, who's running a show in Las Vegas, The World on Lucha. We have Effy, who's running a show in Vegas. Effy presents Big Gay Brunch. And actually, one more announcement for the Big Gay Brunch, y'all. Exclusive, just signed. Effy will be at the Big Gay Brunch. Just signed. Can I count myself as a talent announcement?
Sure.
Just signed exclusive. Effy. He will be live at Effy's Big Gay Brunch. He will perform the hit song Lemonade. He will not be doing an after party. He will be taking a nap. He will be in a high caliber wrestling match. Okay, so I'm thinking to myself, oh, well, we should go a little crazy because both of us have our own shows. Both of us are, holding the fire pillar, leading the charge of game changing in the wrestling. And so we went a little nuts. And what does that include? It includes me pulling out some moves that I didn't remember I did. I was doing top rope front flip arm drags. I was doing dives. I was doing Spanish flies. I was doing top rope Frankensteiners. It was crazy. Shout out Gringo Loco, who is not only good on his own, but I don't want to discount my own skills. And Gringo Loco is a listener to the show. Gringo really is the bass god. It is so crazy that two grown-ass men, totaling a weight of probably 500 pounds between the two of us, can stand on the very top of a springy steel cable attached to a steel post and then flip around on each other. That's crazy. And it's not something I could do with everyone in the ring. And it's something I can do with Gringo Loco. And it's marvelous to get in the ring and do that. I showed you a few little clips from that. You don't usually see me jumping around like that, do you? Do you think I should be more careful?
Yes.
All right. Well, we're going to work on that. But I have to say, it doesn't look good.
Okay.
It doesn't look good. We're back full
You
force.
can't promise me that you'll be careful for a month.
Hold up. Let me just take this live. Hey, what's up? I'm recording a podcast right now. I didn't know if it was that serious. If you were calling, I was like, is it that serious? All right. All right. Yeah. I'll call you after. All right. Man, that's too tough, Tony, about the show this weekend. That winter storm's looking mighty crazy. That winter storm's looking like it could knock things out and send me right back home.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. They're looking at temperatures -20s in Minnesota. I don't know what it's going to be in Indiana, but it can't be much better than that.
This weekend?
This weekend on Sunday, I'm supposed to be in the beautiful Jeffersonville, Indiana arena, but I don't know if Grindhouse is going to push through. We're going to find out, I guess. No, it's going to get real cold this weekend. 5 degrees on Tuesday? Oh, we might have to bring that chicken inside.
Yeah.
That's real rough. I'll let her shit in my room. I don't care, really. She's welcome here. 25 degrees is fine, but they say when it gets down to 0 degrees. What? What is that?
Nothing.
What?
I'll let her shit in my room. Put a diaper on that chicken.
Where am I supposed to get a chicken diaper?
We can get chicken diapers.
All right. We could also just let chicken shit in my room. It's fine. You don't think that's fine?
I don't think that's fine.
It's fertilizer. It's normal.
Okay.
Peter, the poop is the future.
Need to compromise on the poop thing.
What do you mean? I can't. Once you know that every atom in this room, in this world, has been poop. Every atom, every piece of plastic, every bit of skin, every molecule of hair, every sip of ginger ale, every bit of lighting, it's all poop. It's all been poop. It all will be poop. It's a cycle of poop. It's the only thing that unites us all. I used to say, oh, everybody's got a bussy. Everybody does, and they poop. And the poop, oh, what are you putting in your RAV4? I'm putting it in their poop, but it's dinosaur bones poop. It's been poop. It's all poop. And it's healthy. People are doing, you know, you do like a flight of beer or like a flight of wines. You do a flight of fecal samples, and then it aids in your digestion.
Oh, that poor baby.
Oh, I know. She's cold. No, we listen. We got to stay strong for her. She's doing her best. She had all her sisters taken from her. We've got to get her some new sisters. She's going to be great. She's going to be fine. The flock's going to be good. And you know what? At least there's a blessing to all of this, which is you got one chicken. That's a lot less poop. For you, you love that. All right? Soon, here's what we really got to figure out. Do we just give her chicks and let her raise them all? Or do we just bring in adult chickens?
It's just like, what thing is going to kill her?
What thing is going to kill her?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Okay.
She stays.
Okay.
You're really... Listen, sometimes coincidences happen and they look like patterns. And sometimes patterns are just coincidences. What is that? What does that look? What does that look?
Nothing.
That's not nothing. You can't say nothing.
No, it's just I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about this on the podcast.
Oh, that's fair.
It is fair.
That's fair. I said it's fair. I said it's fair. But I think, listen, I'm entering a period of my life where
I'm upset about the chickens.
you should be. I understand, but it's the circle of life.
I'm aware of that. I'm not trying to deny that.
You know, in Simba, in did you see?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Mufasa. Oh, sorry, it's called Mufasa. What's that place they go to from their dreams?
Agrabah.
Malele. Is it Malele?
Sure. This is from the new one.
Yeah. Yeah, the new one.
Okay, Malele, yes.
Peter,
What do you want?
all those chickens are in Malele. All chickens go to Malele. It's been a winter of death, Peter. You know what? It's going to be a summer of life. First, next week's podcast, we're going to announce I'm having a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible stuff. You don't believe me?
You heard it here next week.
Yeah. I know how it's going to go. There's a lot that happens this weekend. It's crazy. And I end up with a pregnancy. A kindness pregnancy.